Good morning, Mr. Director of Marketing and employees of Bubba's Auto Repair and Service. My name is Brianna Lee, and I am the newly hired Public Relations Manager. I am here today to present a detailed and in-depth presentation regarding business ethics, so that our auto repair shop does not fall victim to treating women customers unfairly compared to men customers. Well, let's start from the top, shall we? What are our priorities here at Bubba's Auto Repair Service? Our priority is to ensure the safety and quality of our customer's vehicle while maintaining top-notch customer service provided to all people. Equality. Our customers come to us to solve their auto problems, which makes them dependent on us as a seller's market. If we lose our customers' trust and loyalty, our income will fall short of expectations and pay cuts will need to be implemented eventually. We've been in business for 50 years. We have 30 locations in 4 different states. The 4 different states are both of the Carolinas, Georgia, and Alabama. So we're bound to have a large amount of loyal clients at this point, because 50 years is a really, really long time. Our loyal clients are the 20% out of the 100% of customers we get monthly, using the 80-20 rule. The 20% is who we really need to pay attention to, but we also need to be broad enough to pay attention to all of our customers. These clients can either be male, female, or some other self-identified gender. But either way, it's our job to provide everyone and anyone the right to equal service without discrimination of any kind. First Amendment says you have the freedom to basically everything within guidelines of respecting the other laws. Our ethics and morals will mainly come into play when we first come into contact with our clients. So when we take their orders. As an automotive service, we have to be there to tell them every service that we have. For the customer service representatives, this is a big part of being truthful. If our customers misunderstand our prices or our priorities, then they could go to another auto repair shop and service place instead. We lose their trust, their faith in us as a whole. Our customers cannot rely on us anymore, and our priorities are basically gone. They start falling apart in one sense or another. And I really do think that if we start crumbling under the pressure that has been stowed on us due to the epidemic of gender discrimination in automotive shops, then I don't know how our business is going to get through this. We have to understand our morals and ethics first before we broaden out. If we don't understand our ethics and morals, then what are we? We're another false automotive shop. We're another shop that just discriminates and doesn't live up to America's dream, the American dream of getting a job without discrimination, living by your own means, within some safety guidelines, of course, but everything's supposed to be equal. At least as automotive representatives or people who work on the cars, we have this right or duty to the public, to our customers, to our clients, to our fellow workers, to treat them equally. Otherwise, we're just some third world country where it's like, oh, so you're black, I'm not gonna give you food. Oh, so you're white, right? You should have money. You don't need food. No, as automotive people, we are not going to be people who discriminate. We will give them that freedom and equality, which is something that is really important nowadays. I mean, if, like I said before, if our morals crumble, so do we in the business world. So, we've discussed ethics in customer service, or basically any sort of direct contact to our customers. Ethics is just as important in other areas dealing with customers, like indirectly. Indirectly would mean promotion. Promotion to the customers is you're telling them what you have in your shop and how you're going to give it to them. Sometimes at what price, but it's more of a indirectly way. It's like an inquire more for. So you're getting them to directly seek it from you. Indirectly to directly. So currently, Bubba's Auto Repair and Service Shop, we have an Instagram up that includes some of our offered services and our range of common pricing as well as local addresses. The current Instagram post that's up there, or Instagram we're seeking from, is the one that lists our Norcross location and the 2 shops located in or around Norcross. So we're targeting people who live in Norcross, obviously, or just people who want a really good repair shop because, of course, we're the best. So promotional pieces have to be ethical because if anything false is listed there, this causes the misunderstanding that our customers get. And if we don't explain it enough in depth, somebody could just misunderstand it and be like, oh, so you made this post thinking everybody generally knows what you're talking about. What about the people who don't know what you're talking about? So we have to be really detailed and precise on what we put on each promotional piece. So the one that we have up tells about where it's located, general pricings, and what we offer. Like I said before, these are just general things that will go on your promotional piece because they're just the basics, your foundation. So a little quote that could be said about putting false rumors within your business is, one crack in the foundation sends the whole tower falling down. Our tower is made up of these services we offer and how we get them to our market. Our foundation is our priorities I spoke of in the beginning. Safety, quality, equality. In order to manage our offered services and auto products in product service management, we, as a whole, must come out of the equality crisis that happened on top. I understand we weren't the people directly addressed in the article, but eventually our customers will fall into question if Bubba's really is all it's said to be and promoted to be. Like, are we really that ethical in reality? It's our duty to this company, to ourselves, and to the public to express just how great our company is. To, like I said in the beginning, to follow through on how ethical, moral, how great we are in customer service, just generally. Now, Mr. Director of Marketing, how will we measure our ethics and morals within our vast 30 locations, you may be wondering? Well, I did say that we have our 4 states that we're located in is Georgia, Alabama, and both of the Carolinas. So we have 8 auto repair shops in Georgia, 8 in Alabama, and 8 in South Carolina, and 6 in North Carolina because we're expanding northward along the East Coast. So I suggest allocating 8 general managers, 2 per state, to do a routinely weekly check on each location they are in charge of. Our shops are split up accordingly. Half are in northern, or in the Carolinas case, western part of the states, and the other half is in the southern or eastern part. As I was saying, I apologize, I got a phone call from one of our locations up in North Carolina. They wanted to know what steps we were taking to deal with this issue that has come up, and I told them that I'm currently talking it over with the director of marketing and his employees within the central location of this epidemic issue, which is Atlanta. And he said, okay, call me back when we get a final decision. So, going on. We have 8 shops in Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, 6 in North Carolina. So 2 managers per state. Our locations are split up into north, south, east, west in the Carolina states. So Georgia 8, Alabama 8, North 8, North 6, South 8. So as I was saying, move you this way. So we have 4 of our shops in Georgia and Alabama in the north and 4 in the south. So if we have 2 managers allocated here, that means one will be in charge of North Georgia, one will be in charge of South Georgia, one will be in charge of North Alabama, one will be in charge of South Alabama. Going over to the Carolinas, it's essentially the same thing with South Carolina. 4 locations in the west, 4 locations in the east, 2 managers assigned, one in charge of East South Carolina, West South Carolina. And then north is where there's only 6 locations. So 3 locations are in the east, 3 is in the west. 2 managers allocated. 1 allocated to East North Carolina, 1 allocated to West North Carolina, which is really beneficial to us that they're split up that way. I think how our CEO developed it is really great so that everything would be equal. So each manager will have a checklist that they'll have to go through each time they visit. I said that they visit weekly, bi-weekly, maybe. So each manager will check one of the locations they choose per week. So Georgia manager, the North Georgia manager, they will choose one of the 4 locations in North Georgia to check on one week, the first week. Then the second week they'll choose a different one. Third week they'll choose a different one. Fourth week they'll choose a different one. Then they'll come back in a circle to where the first one they chose will be week 5. So they just go through this little checklist that sees that they're doing their job, that everything's okay, everything's going great. So these checklists will be submitted via email to our CEO's assistant weekly, alongside pictures that they take from each shop and a summary of how each location is doing in terms of our priorities, safety, equality, and most importantly, quality. Equality. Okay, let me enunciate that. Safety, quality, and most importantly, equality. Gender neutral. Equality. So, it's submitted to our CEO's assistant so that our CEO sees that as employees of his company, we are doing our jobs and we are identifying this crisis that has happened, and we are taking actions toward how to prevent us from falling into that hole. So safety is measured through the security cameras, which our front desk representatives will check daily. Of course, they have to check daily, do a little summary report of what happened in those hours. It's probably going to be the person who's allocated to a night shift perspective, because as automotive shops we have only day hours, we don't really have night hours, so we can hire a person for a night shift hours just to check our security cameras, because it has to be someone we trust. Otherwise you're just hiring some random dude to do it, and I don't really think we want someone we don't trust to show us a summary of how everything works. Quality is measured through the inspection checks that each manager does, so the checklists that are submitted to our CEO's assistant, and equality will be measured directly from our customers as surveys. So our customers can either choose to fill out a quick survey after their auto issue is resolved, or electronically alongside a receipt that can be emailed to them directly. This way, our customers do get a voice in our company, and they can voice out their opinions of what we can work on to become better, because there's always something you're going to do that can there's always something you can do to improve your company or improve yourself. It could be a comment directed straight at a representative, just saying that you could have a brighter smile so that people are welcomed, or it can be directed to our company saying it might have been better time management wise. So, once again, I expressed how important it is to treat our customers right and with equal opportunities, because they are the ones that keep us in business after all. They are the people who basically make our paychecks for us, because if there was no income, no revenue, no profit, nothing of that sorts money wise, then no one would have a job and Bubba's auto repair shop would be down under. So remember everyone, safety, quality, and most importantly, equality makes a better working environment, not just for us, but for our customers too. Good luck everyone.